Bumper cars? Check. Indoor laser tag? Check. Surf simulator? Check again. This ship has everything. Plenty of food options, activities including a rock climbing wall, volleyball, and pickleball. Add in some fun trivia and karaoke and you have a recipe for an amazing time. And who can resist a 30-foot magenta polar bear? Join us on a tour from our most recent cruise aboard Royal Caribbean's Quantum of the Seas. We were lucky enough to be on the first sailing out of Los Angeles, a 4-day to Ensenada with 2 sea days. Stay tuned as we walk every public floor of this amazing ship and show you all, at least most, of the fun. Our 4 main dining rooms on the Quantum: Grand, Chic, Silk, and American Icon. Each restaurant serves the same menu, which will change every day. The main difference is that there are different seating times for each. Some are designated for traditional 2-set dining times per day. The others offer walk-up seating. Each location has a different theming. Grand and Chic are both modern with clean lines and light colors, where Silk has an Asian feel with vibrant red chairs and bright art on the walls. American Icon has cool features like glass panels that, when looked at from just the right angle, show stunning photos of some of America's iconic landscapes. Each restaurant has the same great service and food you expect on a cruise vacation. Personally, I enjoy the vibe of American Icon Grille the most. From the brass map on the floor when you walk in to the walls covered with photos of Americana, there's so much to look at while you enjoy an amazing meal. We did not have a set dining time and only had to wait about 5 or 10 minutes for a table at 7 p.m., which seems totally reasonable. Let me know in the comments which dining room is your favorite and why. On deck 3, if you continue on, you will come to the Casino Royale, which is the big casino aboard Quantum of the Seas. I found it to be very large. There was plenty of slot machines and some table games, and the air didn't feel stuffy. It was nice and airy, and there is a bar in here. Unfortunately, there's not access to the music hall, which there is on the sister ship, the Ovation. But it did not feel smoky, it did not feel crowded. The machines are a little bit trickier to get your money into. You have to follow the instructions, but there are instructions and that's not hard, and then it will print a voucher with your winnings, which you do need to remember to take to the cashier so you can get your money back. It does not go back on your house account. There's the entrance to the music hall, which is a music venue, and they also do fun trivia games in there as well. But as you can see, it goes on and on. There's a wall there on the casino is on the other side. This is a 2-story venue. They have live music in here with dancing and bands. It's beautiful. This is the upstairs. They have pool tables, plush seating, TVs, and a great view of the stage downstairs. It's a fun place just to hang out, and they have some really unique drinks. Crown Lounge is for suite guests only. This is the Royal Theater at the very front of the ship. We were there to see a juggling act. He was very good and very funny. He juggled all kinds of crazy things, more than I could ever do. But as you could see, it seats thousands of people, and there was a bar in there if you needed to get a drink. The artwork on cruise ships has gotten out of hand. Check out this guy driving his car on a ship. These are some of the shops on deck 4. To the left is the music hall. And now we come to the Harp and Horn, which is basically the pub on this ship. They do karaoke in here. They serve foods, including some of the best burgers that Tony's ever had. So he was a big fan of that. But they have poutine and little, bar snacks. This place was always very crowded, very popular. In addition to karaoke, they also will have a band in there, and they can play sports in there. So they were watching a football game, I believe, when we were there on Sunday. I don't follow sports. I don't think this is here all the time, but this is a giant birthday piñata llama, which was there the entire length of our trip. I think it was just for the birthday bash, which they do for September and October birthdays. which I think is pretty cool. Just off to the left of the Harp and Horn is Sorrento's, which is the pizza place. You can get pizza, whatever kind you want. They have specialties of the day. You come take it over here and get a seat and watch the ocean. It's a little dark outside right now, so you can't really do that, but there's seating inside, plus there's seating outside. Right next door is the Café Promenade, where you can get some coffee, tea, juice, and they have little sandwiches and pastries and desserts all throughout the day. There's lots of shopping in this area on the Royal Esplanade, including logo gear, logo merchandise if you're looking for that, cups, mugs, t-shirts, hats. Guest services. We had no occasion to go there this time, but that's where you go if you need any assistance. La Patisserie is an upcharge restaurant where you can get specialty coffees and specialty desserts, cheesecakes, eclairs, things like that, but it is an extra charge. Around the corner, this is Boleros, which is a Latin-themed club, bar area. As you can see, they're setting up to have the art auction in here, but there is a live band in there every night, and they have, Caribbean-styled drinks like mojitos and cubanos. That's a sandwich, Christina. Yeah, they got some Latin drinks. This is the elevator bank with the beautiful butterflies, and yes, it goes way, way up there. It does not feel like you're on a ship. A little back more to reality, and this is a little walkway they call the Via. It's just a little walkway between the main area on the Royal Esplanade towards the back of the ship. On the right, you could see Jaime's Italian right out front of that beautiful glass sculpture. It shined so beautifully with all the different colors of light. It was really a beautiful place to just come and sit. We did not get to eat at Jaime's Italian this time, but it is an upcharge Italian restaurant if you have the dining package or you want to pay for it a la carte. That is a choice that you can make. Right next door is Vintages, which is the wine bar where you can also get a cigar. They have this little tiny humidor out here where you can get a cigar. I assume they have a place on an outside deck where you can smoke that. But Vintages is a wine bar, and they also had wine tasting events and other tasting events in here. But it's a very nice, quiet place to come and sit after dinner, have a nice drink, very comfy plush chairs. And I really enjoyed hanging out in this area as well. It could have been all the purple chairs. Continuing down, you have the art gallery on the left, and on the right you have the Café 270, which was closed right now, but it's just a little place where you can get some snacks before you go in to see a show or an activity that takes place in the 270 Lounge, the 270. They have shows and games, interactive games. This is where bingo was held. And there's a bar in there. It's 2 stories, and there's plenty of seating, and there's also a library upstairs. It's a really great place to hang out. And the view's amazing. And of course, it's right next to the next cruise desk, because you're going to want to book another one right as soon as you see all this amazing stuff. So you just come over here, talk to them, and they will book you your next cruise. Some more of the amazing art that's just all throughout the Royal Promenade. Shore excursions, where it looks like you can go to a kiosk and book excursions, but there's also people available to help answer questions if you have any questions about any shore excursions that you wanted to book. The famous Wonderland chair outside the Wonderland restaurant. This is an upcharge restaurant. If you wanted to eat there, make reservations ahead of time. We did this experience again and again. It's a great, fun experience. I did find that the food was much better on this visit. I don't know if that's a change in the food, but I did enjoy this experience a little bit more than I did the last one. But regardless of the food, it's not terrible food, and the experience is definitely fun. I love the ambiance in there. For the food experience, you want to go to Izumi. It is an extra upcharge again restaurant, but the food is amazing. They have sushi and rolls and teriyaki bowls. It's delicious. Before you get your sushi, you can go over to the Bionic bar and have a robot make your drink. These robots didn't have names. They was just called left side and right side. Pretty boring. But you use the little tablet and it'll make your drink. Either a pre-made recipe that they have, or you can create your own concoction. Coming out of the Bionic bar, you can see Izumi right there. They have a couple of tables in the hallway there. It's that popular. They had to add some more space. It looks down upon the Royal Esplanade, the shopping district down there with some of the stores, watches, jewelry, perfume, makeup, all duty free. This is Schooner's, which is another bar. We unfortunately didn't get to spend too much time here because it was always so crowded. They have a piano player in there. Sometimes they have the piano player that you do the sing-alongs with. They sometimes do trivia games in here and other fun stuff. But it's a cool little lounge if you can get a seat. Right next to it is Chop's Grille, which is Royal Caribbean Steakhouse, another upcharge restaurant. But if you want a good steak, that's the place you gotta go. This was also on deck 5, right outside. This is a smoking section, so I guess you could bring your cigar out here if you wanted to. Smoke under the stars, listen to the sound of the ocean. Can't beat these views. Stepping into the elevator, it always tells you what day of the week it is, so you don't forget. I also love that they have an entire directory above on the elevator, so you know which floor you need to go to, so you don't forget once you get in. The buttons are a little tricky though. It's very easy to lean on them and push all of the floors. There's a lot of motivational artwork all throughout. This is the Ocean Adventure, where the kids club is. This is deck 11. And they have different programs for different age groups. We don't have any video in there because we had no reason to be in there, but you can bring kids as young as 1, and they have babysitting services, and then your teens also have fun activities. More of that artwork. The Solarium is a beautiful location. It is for 18 plus. It is designed for Alaska cruising. So it's all enclosed, amazing views. It does get a little stuffy in here at times. It's very popular because, again, there's no kids allowed in there, so a lot of adults like to go in there and hang out. But as you can see, there's plenty of seating. There's a bar in there. It's right next to the Solarium Bistro where you can grab a little snack. These pools are awesome in that they cascade down. It's a 2-level venue. So it's got great views, panoramic windows all around and above you. You can hear the water. It's really just it's a beautiful location. I just wish there was a lot of times less people in that. But that goes for most places. As you can see, the pools just step down. They're all seating areas. They're not deep. They're just enough to hang out and get wet and enjoy the water and the views. We were going very slow, so the ship is rocking a lot. You could see the ocean or the water moving in a lot of these pools. You could see how much the ship was moving. And it's just beautiful with trees and lighting. It's a nice experience in there. And it has these little doors that go out to a little deck that is above the bridge. So right below here is where the captain is in the bridge. Beautiful sleeping ship. Very early in the morning. I love a good sunrise. This is the other pool that is also enclosed, so it's indoor, and that is not a wave pool, guys. That is the motion of the boat. It was pretty rough. It didn't make me feel sick at all, it just made it difficult to walk. But this area can also get very warm and humid. There are kids allowed in here, so sometimes there's a lot of kids in here, so you may want to be out here on the Lido deck at the main pool, which is open to the sky and all of the beautiful sunshine. There's several hot tubs. There's a big screen TV that if it's not showing movies, it's showing some sort of programming on TV. So there's always something to do. You have the pool bar on this level. One level up, you have the North Star bar, which is right below the North Star experience, which we have another video on, which is a very cool experience that I highly recommend. Only available on a select few ships. Splashaway Café is a casual eatery which has food for extra fees. They had ramen bowls and different kind of Asian dishes. It was pretty good, but it took a very long time to get the food. Unfortunately, Windjammer Cafe was closed when we came by. Living room is another space for the kids to hang out, specific age groups, age-appropriate activities for them. Amazing view of the Lido deck. There is a running track that runs around the top deck on deck 15. Unfortunately, it runs right between all of these seats, so either do your run early in the morning before people are here or expect to have people on both sides. Goes right outside the Seaplex. The entrance is here on the left. There's a shuffleboard cart right there under the Carpe Diem. Water fountains. You work up a sweat playing shuffleboard, I've heard. Looking off the bow of the ship, sunrise, pretty. That up top is the ripcord by iFly. Unfortunately, it was closed for refurbishment the weekend we were there, but hopefully you get an opportunity to try that. This is the FlowRider with obviously no water running because it was early in the morning, but if you want to practice your surfing, that's where you'd go. Closer look at the tube for iFly. I mean, that's a surfing with a view. There's a rock climbing wall, and they will provide shoes if you need them. And there's different hardness levels, difficulty levels, if you were so inclined. And then we have Felicia, a 30-foot magenta bear. She was designed by Lawrence Argent, and it is officially titled From Afar. There's also a small arcade on board with some games, and if you do give your kids spending privileges, just make sure that they don't go crazy in the arcade. It's easy to do. Lots of fun stuff. You can win tickets and get prizes, claw machines. Not the biggest arcade I've seen, but it's a good size. This is a seating area in the Seaplex. Bench made out of skateboards. Upstairs there's also foosball, air hockey, there's a little skee ball game. You do need to pay to play all these games, but they're indoors, out of the sun, out of the heat. So it's another fun place for kids to spread out and have fun on the ship. It overlooks the Cplex itself, which is a multi-purpose area. Right now they're doing pickleball, but we saw basketball, volleyball, there's roller skating, there's bumper cars, there was even laser tag. It's a very cool spot. And you can get a hot dog right there if you want. You can also play Xbox games. You need to go and pick up a controller. You need to check those out from the Cplex desk, but they'll give you a controller and you could play games on Xbox One. So that's pretty fun. These are some of the bumper cars. That's just their storage zone. Over here we have some indoor ping pong tables, which is genius. You don't have wind blowing the little ping pong balls all around. Beautiful sunrise. Unfortunate cloud placement, but it's always beautiful. The main Lido pool, they're getting ready to open it. People are starting to wake up. The big screen over there. Again, the pool bar is right there. That noodle bar is also right on the other side here, so you can have drinks and snacks. It's a good, fun place to hang out if you want to be in the sun and be where all the action is. It's usually a lot of music, a lot of people. The North Star observation deck, they have a free experience and a paid experience, depending upon what you're looking for. We'll have another video on that too. This is the North Star bar, which was also always a very crowded bar with some of the great bartenders. Keep going around the jogging track here. Like I said, it goes all the way around. You come back in and you're back in the indoor pool area. Interesting art on the wall, the diving people. Again, that's not a wave pool, that's just the motion of the ocean. Vitality Salon, if you're looking to get either your hair done or you're looking for more relaxing massages. They also have acupuncture, teeth whitening. They have all kinds of different services. I recommend going and at least finding out what they have, what services they offer. Right next door is the fitness center, where you can run on a treadmill if you don't want to be outside. They also have elliptical machines, rowing machines, Stairmasters, free weights. That's a lot of treadmill, so there's a lot of people who could be working out here at the same time and looking at those amazing views. They also have fitness classes down here. Be sure to check in with them and see what classes they're offering on your sailing. They do also have little locker rooms and changing rooms for you if you were going to be working out too. The Solarium Bistro is another little eatery. It is included in your fare for breakfast and lunch. For dinner, it is separate. You do have to pay separately. And they have plenty of seating in here. And it's often, especially in the morning, the Windjammer Cafe can be very, very crowded. So this is sometimes a quieter little place to go and grab your breakfast. There's obviously not as much of a variety as there would be at the Windjammer. But if you're just looking for something quick to have for breakfast, this is a good place to go and stop. It's usually a lot quieter. And there's a big variety, but just not quite as big. Coffee, juices, tea, all the regular stuff that you can get in Windjammer. Just on a little smaller scale. And again, this is in the adults only area, so you do have to be over 18 to be in here. So that may make it a little less crowded too. Lots of fresh fruit, cereals. I love the model ships. I could sit and look at them for hours. They fascinate me. Look at the little North Star ball. So cute. The Windjammer Marketplace is the main buffet. This is breakfast time, so there's a lot of breakfast foods out, but there's tons of pastries and donuts and cinnamon rolls and croissants and danishes. There's a coffee bar right here, so you can order specialty coffee, which does cost extra unless you have the drink plan. But as you'll see, there are so many different food options, whatever you're looking for. If you just want a light fruit with some yogurt, they have that. You want some avocado toast? They have a couple different varieties of that. If you want a parfait, they have that. Cut fruit, whole fruit, sliced fruit, chopped fruit, you name it, they have it. And then they have all of the international breakfast items too that they have. I'm not as familiar with those, but they looked really good, smelled really good. And of course they have waffles and French toast and pancakes, eggs, bacon, hash browns, sausages, beans, hard-boiled eggs, fresh carved ham, omelets made to order. Those do take a little bit of time because obviously they're making them individually for each person. So if that's what you're looking for, you may wait in line for that unless you get there early. But there's so many other options too, including some pre-made omelets that you could grab and other different just types of eggs cooked. There's also another bar where you can get alcohol in the Windjammer Cafe, and there's several little dessert stands on the side. In the morning they have pastries, but in the evening and afternoon they have actual desserts that you can get. So there's plenty of space to walk around and look at all of the different food options. You do have to go around to each little island to find all of the food options, but I definitely recommend it. Overall, we had an amazing time on Quantum of the Seas. The food was plentiful and yummy, and the activities were entertaining. I hope you enjoyed this tour. Please like and subscribe for more videos of more ships and adventures, including a fun margarita origin story in Ensenada and some sea day escapades. We also have a cabin tour of our balcony room on deck 13. Remember, it's your vacation. Make it a great one. Thanks for watching.